Mahatma Gandhi once said, they can't take away your self-respect if you don't give it to them. Today we're going to talk about building self-respect. Hello everybody and welcome to Polymath Camp. People can't mistreat you if you don't give them the power to. You can't force others to respect you for sure, but you can always refuse to get disrespected. Some of us give out so much to others that by the end of the day, we are drained of our energy. Have you ever come across a situation where a person walked into a room with lots of negativity and you offered an ear to them, and by the end of the discussion, that person leaves the room happily, but you are now filled with negativity? Have you ever noticed that shift in the energy? I'm not saying you shouldn't offer an ear to people when they are in need, but you should also learn to detach yourself from that negative energy. There can be some times when you get trapped in that negative energy, and in those situations, respect yourself enough to walk out of that by responding to that situation. Did you listen to me? I said respond, not react. Let's get this one straight. It's not even mandatory many times to react to things. Maybe all you've got to do is just respond to it. Have you ever thought about how many problems we could have avoided in life if we knew that not every situation demands a reaction? And that is tip number 1, respond than react. Let us move on to tip number 2. At times it is difficult to focus when we get tied up between the constant inputs from the outside world and the voice within ourselves. The world says to us that this is your passion, but your inner voice says something else. Or the world says that you are fat, or you're so tall, or you're so talkative, or you're so introverted. And sometimes you do not like that. Now let me tell you something you already know. If somebody tells you that you look fat 10 times a day, you will start thinking, yeah, maybe I'm a little fat, and then get all worried about, oh, I'm so fat, and does nothing about it. If the words of someone who doesn't even know you can affect your life, imagine how powerful it will be if you say those words to yourself. What if you said 10 times a day, I can do this, I can do this? Self-talk has greater impact than outside talk. If somebody is trying to put you down, practice self-talk to uplift you. Now, this self-talk can be equally cynical or pragmatic, and it's totally upon you how you use this one. So remember to talk to yourself every day. Be best friends with your soul. Share your emotions first with you and then with others. If you befriend your soul, you will gradually achieve the third quality, and that is to say no. If you often hear that you need to learn how to say no, probably you should learn how to say no. Let me put it in this way for you. Is it better to accept things you don't like and regret it about later, or say no in the beginning itself? If you begin something with a half mind, it's not going to give you good results. Well begun is indeed half done. So if you feel that something is not for you or you won't be able to do something, instead of giving false hopes, learn to say no. I'm not saying that you should go ahead and say no to other people's life decisions and force your ideology. I hope you guys have understood that by now. I'm saying that if you don't agree with something, be expressive about it. Now, there's a catch here. You might feel that if I say no, won't that person feel offended? And the answer is no. They won't. Because you don't have to be offensive to be honest. You can be polite and still be brutally honest about something. Be polite but firm. Self-respect comes from self-love, and self-love is rooted in your freedom to make mistakes and learn from them. Give yourself the freedom to make mistakes, but instead of calling them mistakes, call them little signboards indicating you that you are going in the wrong direction. If you do make a mistake, learn to not stress about it, laugh at it, and get past that moment. Laugh at things in your lives. We all have a hidden channel being within us, so bring a humorous angle to things in life. Life is not a race where you have to always compete with others. At times, definitely you have to compete, but not always. And during those little bio breaks, tea breaks between that race, sip a cup of coffee, make some friends, have fun, and laugh at your own stupid mistakes. Be human and embrace the fact that it's human to make errors and learn from them. Take those little moments in a day to laugh at your mistakes and relieve that stress. We all have come across people who are so adamant to accept that they did something wrong. They tend to take it so personally that if someone jokes about it, they become all red and offensive. Please don't be that person. Also, I'm not saying to make yourself a laughing stock in front of everyone. Just make sure you laugh at your stupid mistakes when needed. So that's tip number 4. Respect the moments in between your struggles and keep the equilibrium maintained. And to do this, you should learn how to give and take constructive criticism. And that is our tip number 5. Oh boy, we are all good when it comes to giving a feedback. But when it comes to taking one, we all get a little personal. We all go, no, I didn't do that, blah, 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 blah. But why? Don't you think that there might be something worth inculcating in your life from their feedback? Do you already know all their learnings and all set to lead a one-man army? No, nobody succeeds in being a one-man army in life. They might be rich in their pockets but poor in their heart. So learn to give and take constructive criticism. That is tip number 5. Amongst all these keys to developing self-respect, here comes the final one and my personal favorite one. This is something that my yoga instructor Richa taught me. Every time we end the session, she would ask us to close our eyes, rub our hands, and place it on our eyes and gradually progress it towards our heart. And then she says, let go of the things that no longer serve your purpose. I still say that to myself every day. Let go of the things that I don't have control over, or things that don't make me happy, or things that don't help me grow. Free yourself from all the burden and let go of the things that no longer serves your purpose. Don't let your loyalty become your slavery. Know when to let go and never compromise on self-respect. To summarize, respond more than react. Practice self-talk. Learn to say no and laugh at your own mistakes. Give and take constructive criticism and let go of the things that no longer serve your purpose. Oprah Winfrey once said that you get in life what you dare to ask for. So show the courage to ask and you will be granted. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye bye.